Hey everybody, Katie here. I just wanted to take a few minutes to do a quick little review about a product that I got in the mail today that I'm super duper excited about. I have not even opened it yet, so this is really cool, and I'm not much, it's a background stamp, it's a background builder stamp. I'm not much for background stamps usually a whole lot. I don't do a whole lot with them, but I saw this and it was just absolutely adorable, so I had to get it. This is the Whinnie and Walter, let's see, what's it called? Big Confetti stamp. Looks like that. Got tons of little designs. You've got solid circles, stars, and you've got the solid stars and a few of the outline stars, and you have the outline circles as well, and then you have these really cool diamonds, and there's the outlines, and then there's a few of the solids as well. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to open it up. It was nicely packaged. Let's see. Okay, the first thing I notice about it is that everyone knows there's two sides to the plastic of these stamps. There's there's the side that the stamp is stuck to, and then there's the stamp, and then there's another side. The two plastic pieces are attached right here by a little clear sticker, and that keeps them connected and keeps one from getting lost, which is really nice. So A+, Whinnie and Walter. That's something we really like. Okay, it peels up really easy. That peeled up really easily. That was good. And let's see here. Oh, something else that I noticed when I was looking at this is they have printed the name of the stamp right down there in tiny little letters. And so, I mean, even if you don't label your stamps or anything like that, you will always have the name, which is fantastic. Okay, so I am going to be using several different kinds of ink to try this out on. We all know that different inks will produce different results. I have a piece of craft cardstock, and then I have a piece of white cardstock. Both of these, I believe, are Recollections brand from Michaels, something, it's pretty readily available to everybody. Okay, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to test both the outline stamp and the solid stamp as well. And you know what? Diamonds are a girl's best friend, so we're going to do that. And I'm not going to use that stamp block. It's just huge. So I'm going to put a few little solid stamps on here. And then I'm going to flip the block over and put a few of the outline stamps on here. Okay. They don't come off when you stick them down. That's really nice. Sometimes stamps will not want to stick properly, and these aren't going anywhere. So that's good. Okay. The first ink that I'm going to test with is Distress ink, a Salty Ocean. Sorry, I'm still working on lighting in here, and it's not that great. Okay, so Salty Ocean Distress ink, and we're going to try the solid. Ooh, that actually gave a really good impression, and a second generation. It still looks really good. Okay, I'm going to go a third. Love it. I'm loving this. Okay, so here's what we got. This is the Simon Says Stamp Distress ink. Let me see if I can get closer. I know I'm wobbling this all around for you guys. Okay, sorry, I just was doing something else right there. That is straight on stamping. Okay, and you can see that with the Distress ink, the image did not become muddled. It was still a really crisp image. It looked really good. So I'm extremely happy with that. Oh, this is the solid diamond pattern stamp, I should say. This is the second generation right here. Still is a really crisp image. Still got some great color. And then here, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that or not, but that's the third generation, and it still is noticeable, but it still is just as crisp as the first one. I mean, it looks awesome. Let me grab a baby wipe here real quick. Should have had that already. Okay, baby wipe. And let's see how well it cleans. It's been sitting on there for just a minute. Looks good. Alright. I know the distress inks, come up really easily with water, but that did clean off really, really well. Okay. Let's do the outline here real quick in the distress ink. Okay, outline is about the same as the solid stamp. It did produce a really crisp, clear image on that first generation stamping, and then you guys can see the second and third there as well. I mean, that's stellar. That's really stellar. These are really great, really high quality stamps. I can tell they look fantastic. I'm really excited about this. This is really, really cool. Okay, so that's the distress ink. Okay, next I want to go to the Mama Elephant pigment ink. This is my go-to pigment ink. I really like this, and they have a really great range of colors. And they're really reasonably priced. No, Mama Elephant does not pay me to say that. That's just my own personal opinion. I get great images, and stuff just looks great. Okay, so this is the solid. Okay. The solid stamp produced a really good first stamp. It's pigment ink. It's a little, just a hair not uniform, but that's going to happen with the pigment ink. That's something that can kind of be expected. Second stamping was a little bit lighter, and third generation stamping is really hard to see, but it still looks, the images still came out really, really crisp. I should probably mention that this is the ocean color from Mama Elephant. Okay, let's get that cleaned off. Okay, let me look at the outline. Get my stamp block thingy open. Okay, now the outline. Make sure I get that inked up properly. Okay, about the same. Yeah, it's got the really great first generation. Second generation is considerably lighter. And then the third generation is kind of hard to see. But the lines are still really crisp, and the color looks good on it. Yeah, this is turning out really, really well. Okay, so that's just, run-of-the-mill pigment ink. This one is Colorbox Archival Dye Ink, and this color is Squash. I don't use very many dye inks, so this is just kind of what I had. So let's see here. Let's see what we do with the dye ink. I'm really hoping that this color shows up. Okay, so for dye ink, I did not do a third generation stamp because the second generation was extremely light. I do need to say, though, that is probably a lot of this ink pad because, like I said, I don't use dye inks very much at all. Let's see, the stamp itself, the first generation, is a little bit not, the color's a little bit not uniform, but that kind of happens with the dye ink. And do the outline. I'll show you all these here in just a second. Okay. Yeah, same thing with the outline of the diamond stamp as well. Clip that back down. Okay. Here is that. Oh my gosh, I really hope you guys can see that. Okay, can I turn it? Let me see here. Let me try and do this quick. Okay, does that help you guys out? Roll Danny? I really, really hope that it does. There it is right there. So you can tell where I've done the second and the first and second generation stamping. You can really tell the difference. Okay, let's see. Okay, next is my staple ink for Copic coloring as Memento Luxe ink. It is a fade-resistant dye ink. This is what I use whenever I do my Copic coloring. I thought some of these diamonds might be really cute to color. Make sure I don't remember if I cleaned that side off or not. Okay. Let's see. I am running into with that color box ink. I am running into just a hint of staining, but clear. That's kind of a common problem with clear stamps. You're going to get some staining. Let's see. Okay, I thought these diamonds might be really cool to color with Copic markers. Sorry, I lost where I was going there for a minute. So I'm going to test the Memento. A lot of times with some Memento. With the Memento ink, some stamps, depending on like what quality they are, the ink like bubbles up on the stamp and it doesn't spread evenly, and it just kind of depends on the quality. So this will be a really good test of the quality of the stamp that Whinnie and Walter is using to make their stamps. Okay, so I've done the outline. It looks pretty good. I did let it sit on the stamp for a few minutes to see if it would bubble up, and it did not. So let me show you guys that. So there it is right there. It looks really good. That would be really easy to color with Copics. I do want to try the solid image because I know that Memento does make more colors. Okay. It is bubbling just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not much at all. Let's see how it stamps on the solid. Okay, it's still stamped really, really good and really even. It did bubble just a little bit, but not enough to affect how the solid image turned out. So I'm really happy about that. That's good. I know that Memento makes colors other than tuxedo black, so if you wanted to use some of the other colors that they make, then you shouldn't have a problem stamping with this company stamps with other Memento colors. Okay, go-to ink for sentiments is VersaFine. It is a pigment ink, and that's about the only time I use it is when I'm doing sentiments. So I'm just going to use the outline stamp. Perfect, as expected. I rarely ever get an image that I'm dissatisfied with VersaFine. It's almost always perfect every time. Okay, so the VersaFine image is right there. That's the VersaFine. You can see how crisp and clean that looks. It's stamped really, really well with the VersaFine. Okay. Now I'm going to I'm going to put the white paper away, because now I'm going to be using Color Box pigment ink in Frost White, which I really, really like. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is going to be good and juicy because this is a new ink. I'm using two of my new products at once. Two birds with one stone. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. So I'm going to stamp that down. Oh, that looks really, really good. Okay, and I'm going to do a second generation. Still looks good. And I'm noticing that as I'm stamping, I am getting, the image on the inside gets lighter and lighter, but they're right around the outside. I'm getting like the full strength of ink in an outline, but I'm using the solid stamp. It's kind of trippy. It's a neat, when you start doing the second and third generation stamping, it's a neat effect. I'll show it to you guys right here. I really hope that y'all can see that okay. There it is. The white color box ink stayed on the page really, really well. And it didn't... Sometimes with some white inks, they look all like little... It looks like you stamped it like with a half-dry stamp. And this one, it doesn't look like that, and the image stays really, really crisp, so you know you've got a really good quality. This is the outline of the white. It's really, really good. Good stamp. Good image. Right there. Oop, too high. Oh my gosh, seriously, can you guys... There you go. This looks better. Okay, so there it is right there. That's the outline stamp. So that looks good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to emboss with it. Oh my gosh, we are up to almost 15 minutes. Holy cow. Okay, I'm going to emboss the solid color stamps, and I'm going to be using Versamark to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that white piece of paper that I was working with, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Make my, you know what? I'm going to emboss on the white. I'm going to fold the craft in half, and use that as my funnel for my powder. Okay, this is my Versamark ink pad. It's kind of nasty because I use it a lot, but it is good and juicy. Okay, and I'm just going to go straight to paper, and I'm going to do it twice. It's there. Once there. Okay. Here is the powder. This is, again, Recollections brand powder in Carnelian. It's a really pretty reddish orange color. Looks really good. Okay, I do also want to go ahead and mention that I did not use an anti-static bag on this. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. Okay, I do see where there are going to be some parts where this does not emboss real clear. I would suggest that you use the anti-static bag just to kind of avoid some of that. And somebody's coming outside. It's my son. What's up?
Nothing.
What you did? You want the tablet, don't you?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can you wait a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay. Scoot. Scoot. Where did I do? I haven't even unpacked my heat tool yet from the last crop that I went to. So give me a second. Let me get it. Unwound here. Plug this bad boy in. Right there. I'm looking at my fat arms. Okay. So give me just a second and I'll get that done, and then that'll be it. I'm going to let it warm up first. I'm going to another crop this weekend, so I'm just going to unplug that and stick that back in my tote. And let me recover up the ink. Okay. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I wonder when I got that. I don't even remember getting that color, but it's really pretty. Okay, so here it is. So you can see that the powder kind of migrated on this, or the ink migrated on the stamp, so I did not get a real great impression on the stamp. I think with maybe an anti-static bag and a little more practice, that could probably be fixed, because everything else on the stamp was phenomenal. So final thoughts about the stamp itself. It's great quality. The packaging is really really stamper friendly. The stamps themselves are cute as buttons. And overall, I would give this product an A. I really, really like it, and I'm excited to to use it some more and see whatever else I can come up with, and maybe even see what you guys come up with. I really hope I can see some more of these videos on YouTube, so you guys show me what you've done with these stamps. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Bye.